we're looking at a video where I made some new assets for drop command. We needed buildings so we could make bases. I wanted all the buildings to have a obvious function, so when you look at them, they're not just a bunch of generic sci-fi buildings. They look like parts of a base. You can tell, oh, this is a radio tower, or oh, these are silos for fuel. I also wanted to do small, medium, large, so we can have some control over the way the bases look. For example, if you want this base to feel like the silos are very important, you'll have those large silos be affecting the silhouette. They look like they could be holding fuel or grain, things like that. I'm trying to get some variety, so there's one that's a circle, one that's tall. I started out by making some kind of greebly bits I could reuse. There's some air conditioners, some antennas, and some radio dishes, etc. With these, one of the tricky things is the game has a very low poly aesthetic, but we still want things to be immediately obvious what each building does, so I kind of went over the top with the silhouettes. Like, you can see that massive radar on top of the large command center. Throw in some extra things that make you think of communication, like the antennas and even more radar dishes. I didn't go subtle at all. We also have to have the buildings look good from different scales. You can see I've got one mech in the background there and one little dude. It's so I can keep referencing how the scale is feeling next to the biggest and smallest assets that a player can play as, because things have to feel okay when you're playing as infantry or when you're playing as the largest mech that we've got so far. Yeah, so here, this is one of the more generic buildings. I've got a few, like this Quonset hut and that warehouse where it's just where people are going to be eating, sleeping, or working on machinery. Not quite as distinct a function as, say, the silos. Yeah, you can see me gathering the greebles there and reorganizing them. And we've got some cranes here. The cranes, again, small, medium, large. They can make the base look a little bit more functional. Oh yeah, and I came back to do another radar tower here. I just thought it would look cool having all those dishes going up a hole. We had something like that close to a place I lived before, and I always thought it was a really cool building. It's one of those cell phone towers. So I just thought I'd throw something like that into the bases. And here I'm making a start on the guard towers. I kind of wish I had made a larger guard tower that the player could actually go in, because that would be kind of fun. Could give you a little bit of extra armor or something. I'll have to see if that's feasible. Here's the tiny guard tower. It's going to have window texture for that little strip. And whether you liked this video or not, please send help. Matthew's basement is a scary place. If you have any cool ideas for low poly buildings that you think would fit drop command, let me know. And if you want to see stuff like that, just pester Matthew in the comments.